What's the best digital system for a buy once, cry once investment? Well, the most obvious answer to that question is going to be the most expensive one. Because when you say buy once, cry once, that's saying, hey, we're spending a lot of money, but we're going to get the best. And there's no question that the O3 Air unit with the DJI Goggles 2 or the Goggles Integra is one of the most expensive. The Goggles 2 are about the same price as the Dominator goggles, the Walksnail goggles or the HD0 goggles. The Integra is a little bit cheaper, but the O3 Air unit and camera is significantly more expensive than the other VTXs and cameras. So it's a more expensive system. As long as you're outfitting more than like 2 or 3 quads, it'll be more expensive. And there's no question that it has the best performance in terms of resolution. The O3 is a 1080p system. The others are 720p. Okay, Walksnail has a 1080p mode too, but it's not that great, and a lot of people don't use it. Some people use it, but a lot of people don't. The DJI O3 is 1080p and it's really good. The range and penetration of the O3 system are excellent, and many people would say that's the buy once, cry once situation. But that's the easy answer. So now let's dig a little deeper. Downsides of that system, well, some people just don't want to be locked into a DJI system. They just don't like to be in there. They're like, well, DJI is going to give you what they're going to give you, but what if I don't want that? What if I'm not comfortable with some of the things DJI has done? We're not going to go into what those might be because that's not really important. Either you're comfortable or you're not comfortable. Data sharing, etc. So maybe you don't like that. Maybe that's not the right one for you. Also, the DJI O3, not that great in micros. It's pretty big and pretty heavy. You want to get down into the tiny whoop size stuff, even 3 inches struggle a little bit, but you get down below about 3 inches and it's not that great. So then you come to Walksnail. Now, the Walksnail system doesn't have the same range and penetration as the O3. The resolution and image quality is not quite as good, and that's just I think that's not very controversial. But it's going to be a great all-around system where you're going to have the VTX, the big VTX for use on your bigger quads, the 1S VTX for use on your smaller quads. You got a night vision, a low light camera if you want to use that. And they're continually coming up with new innovations and new features. There's even some stuff in the pipeline that I'm not allowed to tell you about that you guys, let me put it this way. There's a feature that's coming that has been asked for a long time and is pretty exciting. So Walksnail's always got a new trick up their sleeve. Now, the trick that they haven't mastered yet is getting a gosh darn really solid long-range control, a video link. Like their actual usable video link is a little bit less than than DJI. It's still pretty good, but they're just constantly working hard, and their customers really seem to like them. And then HD0, I feel like if you're looking for a buy once, cry once investment, it's hard to recommend HD0 as like, this is the one to get. There are definitely people who feel very strongly that HD0 is the best choice for them. People who care a lot about latency. Racers love HD0. Love it because it's low and consistent latency. But the actual range and penetration, I know very few like park flyer, cruiser, freestyle pilots who are like, yeah, HD0 is my jam. Because a lot of times you will lose signal with an HD0 system when you would have usable signal with other systems. So I think it's going to be DJI O3 or Walksnail, depending on how you feel about DJI and whether you fly a lot of micros. Thank you for that question. That's a great one.